Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Anissa. I don't know if you guys can see my bump, but I am like 7.5 months pregnant. So if I'm looking a bit big on this video, or you guys are a bit confused, or for those who don't know if I'm pregnant or not, I am pregnant. I don't really think you can see it, but yeah, so I am pregnant. But anyways, before I chit chat too much, I just want to get straight into this video today. So basically, I decided to do a story time that happened to me like 4 years ago, and it's not like a crazy story time. It's something that I went through, which was like a couple years ago. So this, you know, experience happened before I got married, but I just kind of thought, like, because obviously, like, you know, I have friends and family members who are single and who's looking to get married, who's looking to settle down. Sometimes as a woman, when you reach like a certain age, you feel the pressure and the rush to like get married, and I feel like sometimes we shouldn't feel like we are being rushed, or you shouldn't feel like that you're being rushed as well, because at the end of the day, I feel like everyone gets married in their own time. You know, at the end of the day, it's Allah. You don't know when you're gonna get married, you know, when we're gonna die. So it's just like, you can't always predict your marriage time, and just because you reach a certain age, you just don't rush, because I feel like when you're rushing, you'll always get in the wrong relationship or the wrong marriage. In this particular story, I just want to tell a story. I was in my 20s, and I just basically met this guy. So before I met this guy, you know, it's like a marriage story, but the reason why I'm telling the story is because I just want to show girls, like, listen, look at me. I rushed to get married to the wrong guy. In the last minute, I pulled myself back. I was like, nope, like, I'm not gonna do it just because I feel the pressure or the need to do it, or, you know, I'm getting pressure from him or his family. Like, I'm not gonna do it. So sometimes you need to take a step back, reevaluate the whole situation. Because I didn't rush into that wrong relationship, I found a good guy, but sometimes I feel like if I actually did rush into that marriage, would I ever met my husband that I'm married to now? Sometimes it's kind of just important to take your time with things. I was literally this close to marry this guy, but in the end, I just got cold feet. I can't do it. And if you can't do it, you shouldn't just do it to please him or to please other people, because at the end of the day, you're the one who's going to be in this marriage. So just do it because you feel like it's right. And if you don't feel like something is right, or you feel like you don't have a connection with that person, then don't do it. Just basically how I feel. Anyways, that was just a quick little thing that I just want to explain before we got straight into this video. So let me tell you exactly what happened. And what happened was, when I met this guy, I just came out of a relationship. So you know the ones when you just come out of a relationship and you're just a bit like, you know, confused, you're a bit sad, a bit emotional, but you know, you're still there mentally, but you're not really there, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't know, I feel like some girls might understand this, but it's like you just came out of a relationship, but you're there, but you're not mentally there. So it's like, so whoever's talking to you, you're talking to them, but you're not really there. You're not emotionally connected with that person, because emotionally, like, you just kind of a little bit damaged. Not fully damaged, but like a little bit, you know what I mean. So then I met this guy, but then before I met this guy, I was actually like, I used to talk to him on my Snapchat. So I had this guy on my Snapchat, but I never met up with him, so we never really met up. So sorry guys if you see me burping and stuff, it's just like part of the pregnancy symptoms. I can't help it. You're gonna see me eat during this video as well. So this one, I'm just munching on some oranges and some apples because I'm always hungry. This guy that I met, I used to talk to him on my Snapchat, but we never met up. Like, I've never physically seen him. Like, I've never seen him. I don't even know how he looks like. I used to see pictures and stuff like on his Snapchat, but I never met up with the guy. So he sent me a little message. He was like, oh, hey, how are you? I was like, hey, I'm fine. Oh, you're single? I was like, yeah, I'm single. So then we just started talking and stuff, and he, to be honest, at first, like, he was, when we used to speak, like, he was quite nice. So we just spoke, whatever. Then he was like to me, oh, do you want to go out and chill? So I was a bit scared. So I was thinking, okay, wait, hold on. I've never met this guy. I don't know how he looks like. I don't know if he could be a serial killer, you know, or a weirdo, because these days you see a bunch of weird people. So I was just like, well, I don't mind meeting up with you, but is it okay if I bring a friend? And then he was like, yeah, that's fine, you know, bring your friend, it's not that deep. It was my first time meeting him. So then I brought my friend, we all chilled. But when I first met him, like, there was no connection there. Like, I didn't feel like I liked him like that. So I was just like, okay, cool, whatever. After that day, we still, you know, carried on talking, whatever. And then I don't even know how it happened, but then I started liking him a little bit. I was like, oh, he's actually a really nice guy. One thing I really liked about him was that he was a really good listener. Like, he used to always listen to me, and I like when a man listens. Like, I like a good listener, so he was definitely a good listener. So then we used to always talk and chill, and then he would just like to me, oh, where do you see us go, like, what's your plan for the future, like things like that, you know, when you just like talk to someone. And then I was just like, well, I'm looking to get married, I'm looking to settle down, because to be honest, I'm those girls, I don't really like doing boyfriend and girlfriends and stuff, because I feel like it's haram. Like, I can't be in a relationship for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. It's just like, nah, I'm not the type of girl. I feel like, what we're gonna gain out of this, what we're gonna get from this, because it's like, I don't have time to be in a relationship for 2, 3 years when we can have 2, 3 babies. I'm the type of girl that thinks like that. So I wasn't really on like long-term relationships. So I was just telling him like, yeah, I'm looking to find a good guy, I'm looking to like inshallah get married by the time I'm 21. So then he was just like, oh great, because I think he was like 26, 27. So he was just like, oh, me too, I'm looking to, you know, to find out a nice girl to marry, this and that. And I'm just like, all right, cool. So it just looks like we're both on the same page. So it just looked like that he liked the idea of the marriage, I liked the idea of being married and stuff. So then we were just talking, and then, you know, I don't know what happened. So then we started getting into a relationship, and we used to talk. So he was just like, yeah, I really want to marry you, I think you're a really nice girl. And yeah, and to be honest, I did like him at that time. So I was like, okay, yeah, you're a nice guy as well, because he was actually quite a sweet boy. Always need to look at the red flags. I told my whole family about this guy. So I said to my mom, my dad, like, listen, I met this guy, he's a nice guy, you know, he wants to marry me. She was like, oh, if he's a nice guy and you guys like each other, then, you know, go ahead and marry this guy. So she didn't have any issue with it. There was no issues there. So then I told my dad, and he told his family about me. And yeah, so then my family and then his family met up. You know, he asked for my mom's hand. He was like, can I marry your daughter, this is and that, you know, the whole shebang. And then I think he bought me like a engagement ring, which was quite sweet. And then, you know, he proposed. Then he told his family he wants to marry me and stuff. And then yeah, so I was just like, all right, cool, so everything's going good. Everything was just happening really fast and really quickly, because I did want to like marry and settle down, but I'm thinking like, this is going a bit too fast for my likings, because I still need to get to know him more. I still need to get to know his family. I still need to meet his friends. Like, I've never met his friends, so I'm just like, I need to know where you're from, like how you as a person. So like, obviously, even though we spoke every single on the phone, I just felt like I didn't fully, like, I feel like I didn't fully know the guy. So then, you know, every time when we used to talk on the phone, this is by the way some of the red flags. So every time when we used to talk on the phone, he did not want to get off the phone. He wanted to be on the phone like 24/7. Like, when I said 24/7, like 24/7. And I'm just like, this is getting a bit too much, because you can't always be on the phone like 24/7. Like, you need to want to go out with your friends, or you want to go out get some water. It's like someone controlling in a way and watching you. When someone wants to be on the phone with you 24/7, I just basically think that person don't trust you. That's just basically what I think. So he just always wanted to be on the phone. So then I was just like, all right, cool, this is another red flag, girls. While I was talking to him, my friend called me, and I didn't speak to her for like a good minute. When she called me, I completely forgot like he was on the line, because I haven't spoken to him for a long time. So I was just like, oh, hey baby, you're right, this is so nice. I put him like on a hold, and then he texted me. He was just like, how dare you put me on hold for your friend? And I'm just like, I speak to you almost every single day. I haven't spoken to my friend for a good minute. I miss my friend. I need to speak to my friend. Like, what's the issue? So that was a bit, these are the times when I start seeing more red flags, and I start to see his anger come through and his personality more. So he was always like very needy, and I'm just like, like, I'm a very needy person, but I'm not needy like that. So I was just like, oh, this is getting a bit too much. So I got a bit put off. But then I told him about like just about my past, like the people that I've dated and stuff, and my exes. And then he told me about his past and the people that he dated as well. And then one time, like, this is by the way another red flag as well, which I didn't like, because by the way, you guys need to remember this as well. Basically engaged, the wedding is about to happen, you know, and he's saving up, I'm saving up, so everything is apparently going good at these times. But then every time we're always arguing about a small thing. One time he wanted to argue about where we're gonna move to, and I was like, well, I want to move close to my mom, because I feel like, yeah, when a girl gets married, it's always good to be a bit closer to your family, just in case if you need help, you know, with your pregnancy or with your kids. That's just my opinion. So I want to be close to my mom, and he was just like, no, we need to live somewhere quite far. And I'm just like, I can't move over there, because at the end of the day, like, I am a girl, like, this is my first marriage, like, I might want my family support. So I was just like, no, I want to be close to my family. And he was just like, oh, you're such a mommy's girl, this is and that. And I hate when guys say that. It's like, yes, I am a mommy's girl, and so what? Like, she's my best friend. Like, I don't see anything wrong with being a mommy's girl. I feel like sometimes men don't like to see when a girl is really close with her mother, or she got a strong relationship with her mother. So I was just like, nah, like, my mom is my best friend. So if I want to be, you know, buddy with my mom, or I want to be living close to her, that's just my preference, that's just me. So with him, when he was saying all this, no, I didn't understand, because I'm a family girl. But anyway, that was another red flag. And then another red flag that I didn't like about him was, I used to always say to him, like, oh, when can I meet your friends? Like, I want to meet his friends, because I feel like sometimes when you meet people's friends, you kind of get to see who they really are, like how they are with their friends, or how they are. So I was just like, oh, why can you not introduce me to your friends? And he was just like, oh, you don't want to meet my friends? Oh, no, I don't have any friends. And I'm just like, you're 26, you're 27, like, how come you don't have any friends? And I'm not saying like you need to have a lot of friends, because you don't need to be that sociable, but I'm saying you must have at least one friend. Just say like, oh, you guys maybe went to uni together, college together, or you guys used to work, because someone really knows you, how I could get to know you. But he never wanted to introduce me to any of his friends. Then he started twisting the tables, like saying, why do you want to meet my friends? Do you want to like them or something, or do you want to do something with them? Like, start acting a bit inappropriate. First of all, do not speak to me like that. And secondly, if I want to meet your friends, there's nothing wrong with that, because if you want to meet my friends or my family, I will be like, hey, I'm like an open book, because I've got nothing to hide. What are you hiding? Like, are your friends in prison, or the serial killers, or the or the rapists? Like, what are they? Like, why are you hiding your friends? So to me, that was like a big red flag. So he used to go to this little training place like outside London and stuff. So he used to call me even more. So you can imagine, like, you just in a hotel working, like, you just basically go into work and back to your hotel and back to your campus, so you have more time. So he would always call me and be like, oh, what you doing, or what you eating? To be honest, yeah, like, you're not gonna mind when you like someone. So it's like, I liked him, but then again, sometimes I like my own space. So I'm just like, wait, hold on, like, you don't need to call me constantly, like, asking me like what I'm doing, because then I'm gonna start thinking like, oh, okay, you're being too paranoid, or you don't trust me. Anyways, after a while, I start to find out, like, you know, he's like, you know, smokes weed and stuff. So then I was just like, okay. And to be honest, when he told me like he smoked weed and that, like, I didn't really want to judge him, because at the end of the day, like, no one is perfect, we're not perfect, you know, you don't know why he does it or why he wants to do it. I don't smoke weed at all. So, you know, he smokes weed and he likes doing it. So I was just like, okay, do you know what, I'm not gonna judge you. But me personally, I just think he gave him a lot of anger issues and paranoia. So I feel like sometimes when you smoke weed and stuff, I feel like sometimes it can make you really paranoid and stuff. So he was always paranoid or whatever, but I didn't know that he was a heavy smoker as well. So then I was just like to him one time, like, oh, like, what's going on with you? Like, are you smoking weed every single day? Like, how bad is the habit? And then he was just like, oh no, I used to smoke a lot of weed, but now obviously because I'm looking to marry you and stuff, I'm gonna try to cut it down. I'm not gonna want to smoke it like that. So I just kind of thought, because I've got 5 brothers as well, and if my brothers wanted to marry a girl, yeah, I'm gonna want the girl, you know, to give the boy one more chance, because I feel like, you know, sometimes boys, they're just a bit silly. They just sometimes need a bit one more chance, like, you know what I mean? They're just a bit silly. So I just thought, I didn't want to end the whole Nikkah because, you know, of a little weed thing. So I was just like, well, if you could work on that little issue and maybe stop smoking weed, then maybe we could continue with the Nikkah. And then he was just like, yeah, that's fine. So then he would tell me like that he cut it down. So I kind of believed him. And then after a couple of weeks, whatever, I would see him sometimes like slurring his words like on the phone, you know, just you could just tell when someone just high basically. So I would just like to him, well, have you smoked today again? And then he was just like, oh, not really, just a little bit. And I was like, well, listen, I'm not gonna marry you or build a family with you and have kids with you if that's what you like doing, because I don't want my husband to be going out just in and out the house, you know, smoking weed and coming back and all that. Like I don't want that. That's not the lifestyle that I want for myself and for my kids. So I was like, well, if you don't work on that, then we are going to have a major issue. And then he was just like, no, I'm going to work on it, I'm going to change, and this is and that, yeah. So I was like, cool. So another red flag, yeah. Then the next red flag was he decided to tell me, he decided to share something with me. And then I was like, what is it? And then he was just like, oh, like one time, you know, when he was younger, he basically like, he basically punched up a girl. He just, yeah, he basically punched up a girl. And I was just like, so I was just like, oh my god. To be honest, there shouldn't be any reason for you to hit a woman, to be honest. But I was just a bit scared because I was just thinking, wait, hold on. So I'm obviously seeing all these red flags. He's told me he's hit a girl before. I see he has a lot of anger issues because we've had a few arguments. So I'm just thinking like, alright, cool, the venue's booked, everything's done, my family knows him, my family are getting ready, his family are getting ready. I'm just like getting really scared. The wedding's getting close, like everyone knows about like what's about to happen. So I was just like, should I continue with the wedding or should I not? Like I was just really scared. I don't know, something was telling me like, he's not the guy for you, like don't rush, just don't do it. Like something was telling me, and I was just going over my head every single day, overthinking, and I was just like, he's hit a girl before, maybe one day we could get into a big argument and then I could get hit in the face as well, and I don't want that, like, you know what I mean? So I was just like getting a bit scared. Then, you know, this is the time, because I don't like telling my mom like everything, because it's just like, you know what I mean? So then I told my mom like, oh, do you want to go out for coffee? There's something that I really need to tell you. Like, she was getting excited about the wedding, everything, because, you know, she's getting her little dress ready for whatever, yeah. So I was just like, listen, I think I'm not too sure about this thing. Like, I feel like I'm not too sure about the Nikkah, and I'm not too sure about him. And she was like, why? Like, what happened? And I was like, I don't know. I feel like we're always arguing. He's always lying. And he told me as well that, you know, he's hit a girl before. And my mom was like, oh my god, like, you know, if he's hit a girl before, he could do it to you as well one day. So like, I don't think you should rush it and just take your time. And then I was just like, alright mom, thank you, because she actually really supported me, because she told me, fuck if the venue's booked, fuck if everyone knows about it, fuck if people try to say like what happened or how come she didn't get married. Don't care about the embarrassment, because at the end of the day, it's your life. You're the one who's going to live this house, who's going to live the marriage, and who's going to deal with this guy. So I think maybe we should take a step back and see what's going to happen, yeah. So then I was just like, cool. So then I spoke to him. So I was just like to him like, listen, I think we should just like maybe just pull off the Nikkah and the engagement, get to know each other a bit more, and just take like baby steps. And he was just like, why, what did I do, what's going on, why are you saying it, like just getting really like defensive, very aggressive. And I was just like, listen, I got a bit cold feet, like I could see, you know, a few red flags, just few red flags. So I don't know if this is basically what I want to do, so I just want to take my time with this. And then he was just like, oh, why though, why, like just like trying to blame it on me and stuff. No, I just want to take my time. So then he was just like, alright, cool, whatever. So then we just pulled off the Nikkah, everything, and the engagement, but we were still talking, like we were still dating and stuff. So then one day out of nowhere, like my ex called me. And then when he called me, because I'm quite honest and stuff, so I was just like to him, oh, you know what, like my ex called me and that. And then he was just like, oh, what did you guys talk about, what did you say, or let me guess, or are you planning on getting back with him? And I'm just like, it's not what it looks like, and it's not like that. He just called me and he was just like, oh, so you're planning on getting with him? I was like, no, I'm not. So he was always threatened by my ex, thinking like, oh, I was always gonna go back to him. And one thing as well that I didn't like about him was he was quite insecure. And I feel like if you're quite insecure, in a relationship is going to show. So then I was just like, no, that's just not what I'm gonna do. I know. Okay, so he's trying to judge me for ex calling me, yeah. And whoever else called me, I actually told him as well, don't fucking call me and get the fuck off my phone. I actually told him to fuck off, if you have to be very honest. But he didn't believe me. He was just like, no, you were talking more than that. Like, you were saying more than that. I was like, no, I told him to fuck off. That's what I fucking said. Like, don't be sitting here calling me a liar when you've been lying the whole time. Okay? Anyways, this guy, what's that name? Oh, there's something that I need to tell you. So, he always had something to say. Like, exactly. I feel like maybe he's trying to put me off on purpose. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's like, oh, there's something that I need to tell you. And I was like, what is it? And he was like, oh, one time I went to the hotel and I done some, you know, inappropriate, you know, things with a girl. And I was just like, so what? So you are doing all these little nasty things and then you want to marry me? And I was just like, ugh. I was like, you know what, I can't deal with you. So now I definitely don't feel like even sorry or bad for pulling off the Nikkah, because clearly you just have issues. Because me, I was up to him like, I don't want to be doing any nastiness before I get married. And then he was just like, why, like trying to put pressure on me, like, why we engaged though, you know, we're getting married soon. Like, I'm just like, listen, just because you gave me a little ring and we're engaged, does that mean that I'm gonna have to feel like they need to do something with you? Do you know what I mean? Like, no, that's not gonna happen. And I hate when men do this with girls. Listen, if a guy proposes to you and stuff and he's trying to say like, oh, the Nikkah is about to happen, let's do some funny business, just say no. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Like, don't do it. Like, trust me, they're just weird. Like, I hate when men say this. I don't get him. So when he said that, I got a bit, you know, disgusted with his behavior. I was just like, so is that why you want to marry me? Because this is what you want to rush into? But anyway, the point of the story is that me and him did not work out. There was a lot of red flags, and I just feel like sometimes in life it's kind of good to listen to yourself, because I listened to myself and I didn't follow through with, you know, with the Nikkah and the marriage and, you know, with everything. I basically get to see his true colour and who he really was. I feel like if I married him, I wouldn't have met my husband that I'm with today. Like, I actually, after like a while later, like, I got married and I'm happily married now. And it's just like, you know, imagine if I married him and then we'd probably be only married for like 3 months and then he probably punched me up or something, and then I'll probably be divorced the next day. Like, anyways, the point of the story is that girls, don't feel the pressure to rush to get married. Don't marry someone if you got cold feet. If you feel like you're not ready, you don't need to do it. Like, you actually don't need to do it. And I feel like as well, if you're gonna marry someone, make sure that you proper get to know the guy, like proper, and make sure that you meet his friends, his family, that you know everything about him, and make sure that when you see red flags that you actually write it down. Like, write it down, because with him I used to write all the red flags down. And there was another time as well when we were talking, it was like it was around like 2-3 in the morning. We were literally arguing, and then he was just proper cussing me, and I'm just like, no. Like, he called me names, and I'm just like, we're not even married and you already brave enough to show me your true color. And I'm just like, nah baby, like, we are not gonna do this. I'm not that desperate, and you already showed me that the person that you are, and I'm not gonna do it. I don't care if you spend £5,000 or £2,000 or even £500 on a fucking venue. If you told your family, or if I told my family, I would literally embarrass my whole face, because I love myself way more than that. So that did not work out, and when that didn't work out, you know, we just kind of stopped talking. And I told my mom, and my mom was like to me, I'm just really happy you did that, because you actually like listen to yourself. You didn't rush, you took your time, because obviously before him I was there like another prick. So I was just like, no, that other guy, he showed me all the things that I did not want in a guy. So when I started dating him, I'm just like, you got too many red flags, especially, you know, you got drug issues, and then you've hit a girl before. I'm just like, no. Like, I was just like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. So girls, always listen to your inner voice. Like, always listen to yourself. Like, don't rush. I'm telling you, do not rush. But yeah, so that is the story time, the nikah that I basically pulled off in the last minute. Like, I literally pulled the nikah off. My family knew, everyone knew, I just pulled off. And to this day I feel awkward, weird about it, but I don't feel bad about it because I knew I did the right thing. Like, I knew I did the right thing, because if I just married someone I feel like that was not the one for me, then I don't feel anything wrong with it. Because a lot of people these days rushing to get married and then marry the wrong person, and then later on they start to cry and regret about it. So always listen to yourself, always make sure that you double check who you're with, get to know the person before you marry. They make sure that person is your friend before even being a lover. And yeah, and don't ever let a guy put the pressure on trying to inappropriate, like with your body, or trying to touch you because he gave you like a little ring. Like, don't do those things. Like, literally don't do it, because it's just not worth it. Okay, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you guys like and comment and subscribe, how I can be back with more videos. I actually like telling stories, so yeah. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like, comment and subscribe, and just comment down below, if you guys have like similar stories, similar experiences and stuff. So yeah, so if you guys got similar experience, comment down below and just let me know like what you guys think and stuff. And yeah, so I'll be back soon anyway. Bye.